Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. We're not on the farm this morning. Got another auction that we're going through this morning, and we left in time to check out the Cozy Inn here in Holdridge, Nebraska, because I'm always on the lookout for some good corned beef hash, and they have it on the menu. Sadly to say, I'm still looking. So, had a decent breakfast though. We're going to head on over to the auction site and do a preview and show you what's there. Come on along. Well, we've arrived here at the Phelps County Fairgrounds in their building here where they have these auctions here in the winter. It's kind of nice because it's climate controlled and it's not freezing outside. Usually when we go to auctions, not normally this time of year, but a little bit later, it gets pretty cold outside, so it's nice to have an indoor area. If you remember this auction from the last auction video we did, same place, they get a lot of collectors come here, so the prices are pretty crazy. In fact, one of those number 30 Crocs from the last auction, I don't know if you saw the comments in the last video, went for $32,000. The little old lady that consigned that Croc had been sitting on her porch for the last 20 years, just collecting dust. Luckily it didn't break sitting outside like that with the freeze and the cold. But she was hoping to get at least $100 for that Croc. For a little money that she wanted to do something with. She ended up getting $32,000 because it had a specific design stamped on it, and it was, I guess they stamped it mistakenly upside down on one side, and then they realized their mistake, so they turned the stamp the other way and stamped it on the other side, right side up. So it made that Croc very collectible, and that's why it went for so much. But it was a great surprise for that lady when she showed up at the auction later, because she had an event to go to that morning, and the auctioneer stopped the auction and talked to her and says, I know you were hoping to get $100 out of that, but we didn't get that. I apologize, but we did get $32,000 for you. And the lady was quite pleased. So glad it worked out for her. So let's go in and do a preview. We'll see what they got today. Looks like we got a real good selection of stuff here today. They got stuff wrapped clear around the room. So let's start on the smalls table over here. Nice old vintage suitcase. Some glassware. Snack set. An old Anchor Hawking set. Look at all these. Old spices in an old, probably a soda crate. Some tins. I'm going to try not to say the word old too much. Somebody commented on one of our videos that I said old 1,000 times during these videos. The aluminum cookware. Some NASCAR stuff. Some seed plates for an old planter. I already said the word old again. Here's some seed boxes for planter. Don't know what these tubes are for. If somebody knows what that's for, let me know. It's kind of like a funnel type thing on the bottom. Never ever seen one of those, so check me out in the comments and let me know what that is. Silverware. Beer signs and some Native American artwork. Some cowboy artwork. Look at the cavalry guy sitting there. Nice lamp. Little risque little advertisement there. Cool looking horse. Pictures, beveled glass mirror. Clocks. These old pistols. 62 Colt. Wonder if they're real. That'll go for a lot of money if those are real. Little chessboard with the wooden chess pieces. Pretty neat. Might be the same thing under here. Boy Scout canteen from way back in the day. Oh no, that's not a canteen. That's one of the little, has all the cooking pots and all that. I forget what they used to call that. Mess kit, that's right. The mirrors and carburetors, car parts. This looks like a beer tap setup there. Roasters, sprinkler parts, wooden cigar box. Star Wars stuff at the Death Star. Bottles and insulators. Excuse me. Some oil lamps. These thermometers are cool. They float according to the different temperature. Lanterns. Tools. Toolbox. Full of stuff. Little cyber dog. More parts. Tools. True action football game. I think we used to have one of those when I was a kid. My buddy had one. Nice old scoop. Little 2-compartment casserole dish there. Wooden rolling pin. Washboard. What are these? Oh, these are horses. Heavy. Coleman lantern box. Those are nice. Candy machines. Little toy cash registers. Hot Wheel set. Or knockoff brand Hot Wheels. Gun stocks. BB guns, it looks like. Those are popular. Metal toys. License plates. Buttons. Jars full of buttons. You got Prince Albert in a can. Tins. Yardsticks. Displays. This is a crockware roaster. I believe this lid turns upside down onto that, and you can roast stuff in the oven like a chicken. Works really well. Look at the cookie jar collection. Somebody collected cookie jars. Operator's manuals. I can see how much these go for. I always buy them from my buddy Matt. He works on tractors. He's got a tractor shop out in California. Old advertisement stuff. That looks like a, for sewing machine, like a button foot type thing. Look at these old safety razors. That's super cool. Got a bunch of them, a whole collection full of safety razors in here. Got the little soap brush. All their mission is a soap dish. More old Crocs. Look at the old jukebox. Antlers. Pipe stand. You put your tobacco there in the middle. I don't know why you needed so many pipes back in the day. Electrical tools. Grinders. Hole saws. Nice round top wooden box. Vintage ashtrays. Another nice wood box, appears to be cedar. Part of an airplane. Oil lamp parts. Plastic tokens from something. Mardi Gras beads. Boxes and boxes of them. Nice glassware. Old radio. Some vinyl. Tennessee Ernie Ford. Socket set. Toolbox. It's got all the tools in it. Rulers and slide rules and stuff. Suspenders. Different old glassware. Advertising stuff. Here's a nice old steel. Speakers. Remember, everybody used to put those Alpine 6x9s in their cars. Don't use maps anymore, do we? Buffalo County, Nebraska Atlas. Stack of Bibles. Cast iron train car. That's cool. Somebody's going to pay up for that. They probably won't sell that as a box. These will probably go separate. Be my guess. Remember the old flash bulbs? Blue dot flash bulbs. More cigar boxes and tins. Binoculars. Old baby doll. Nice pack. Mini branding irons. Well, look at this ancient typewriter. It's an Oliver. I wonder if the same company that made Oliver tractors made those back in the day. Looks to be an old school bell. Nice thermometer. That'll go for quite a bit of money. There's the Uncle Sam piggy bank. He would put the money in the bank for you there. BB guns, cap gun. Got a ride-on loco there. Slot machine. Some crock jugs. Transit. This doesn't appear too old. That's a Lodge. And this is like a foreign job, you can tell. Not very good quality. More vintage photos and pictures, frame stuff. Some CDs. I don't know if the people running this place brought those or they're selling them. Neat old fishing picture there. Looks like somebody's old picture collection. Some more crock jugs. This is another number 10 crock with a wood top. A lot of times they made the wood tops because the crock ones would always get broken. Throw some cabbage in there and make some sauerkraut. Got an old, looked like a original like easy bake type oven for kids. Had a little electrical element in there. You could plug it in and actually bake and cook stuff on that. That's cool. That would never fly nowadays. Somebody might get burned. This, that is a butter churn. That's cool. I haven't seen one like that before. More vintage cameras. You can see I'm saying the name vintage now instead of old. BB gun, Winnie the Pooh. This is an actual running car with a gas motor in it. That's neat. Another metal truck. More cast iron. That's another Lodge. This, however, is a Wagner. You can tell by the quality of that. But that'll go for some good money, that Wagner skillet. Another butter churn. That's more like we used to see. Now this is a sauerkraut maker here. The shredder. Missing the blades, but you'd put your head of cabbage in there and just shred it. Got a hanging scale. A lock. They call this like jade glass or emerald glass, whatever they called that. Cute little cap gun. There's some cake mixes you could use in your little easy bake oven. I think these are fake though, just empty boxes. I've never seen army men this size. These guys are huge. We always had the little green guys. Old comb and brush set with a mirror. This looks like plastic, but it's actually like glassware. Real fragile stuff. Perfume bottles, probably. Oh, these are neat. We've been going to these. We've been buying bunches of these. We keep our leftovers in them instead of plastic because of all the crazy microplastic stuff going around. Hard to find without chips in the top corners, but this one appears to be good. Somebody bought it for $9, but probably won't go for $9 today. Laurel and Hardy. These looks like decanters. Yeah. More glassware. I think my mom had a set of these back in the day. There's some nice candlestick holders. More buttons. Mad Magazine. Used to be fun to read. I used to like Spy vs. Spy. Seltzer bottle. Neat old hats. Some corn dishes for eating corn. Put a little butter and salt in there and roll your corn around on there. Beer stein. Pyrex, and looks like Anchor Hocking also. Casserole dishes. I'd like to have 2 square ones. Maybe we'll keep an eye out for that. These dishes are complete with the zip-up covers. Got their fancy dishes in covers so they don't get dirty. You don't have to wash them before you set the table. You got the little punch bowl set. Book on Lou Gehrig. More angels. He had a disease named after him, unfortunately. This appears to be one of those little candle things that you put together, and the heat from the candles turns this thing. It's like a little merry-go-round thingy. There's a green Pyrex bowl. Not too bad a shape. We might keep an eye on that. We're always looking out for the old Pyrex primary color bowl set. I need to find a blue one for my buddy's mom. Nice wood mallet. Rolling pin, salt and pepper shakers. Dolls in their plastic containers still. Or glassware and Christmas stuff. Here's a nice Better Homes cookbook. It's a pretty old one. It's the old binder type, but I like the Betty Crocker ones better. Got the Lady Arnold dinnerware set before Tupperware. These are plastic. Nice wooden box with a lock. NASCAR Barbie still in the box. More ornaments and gizmos and doodads. This is a cool picnic set with the mustard and the ketchup. It's got a little picnic bench here with salt and pepper. That's neat. Oop, I'll be knocking stuff over. Lots of Beanie Babies. Look at all the Beanie Babies. Remember when those were the craze back in the day? Stainless steel pots and mixing bowls, always good to have. These are the good heavy rimmed ones. Those are nice. A lot of the ones nowadays don't have the heavy rims on them. I like the deep one too. I might keep an eye on those as well. Lots of dishes, more angels. Somebody's cup and saucer set. My first ex-wife collected cups and saucers, all different kinds. They can get very expensive, like $75 to $100 just for a cup and saucer if they're rare. Ceramic Christmas trees. They have these little plastic ornaments in them. My mom used to make these trees in ceramics, and then the little kids in the family loved putting these little plastic things in every year. They'd set the tree up and there's a light inside, and those little plastic things light up like Christmas lights. Nice Pepsi crate. These were good roaster pans. Mom had a big one like that. Screwdrivers and C-clamps. A bunch of hammers. That's a nice ball peen. Vice grips. That's a socket set. Little paint scraper. Tackle boxes, complete with the tackle in them. This one's got lures. They're always popular when they're full of stuff. This one here has got the best gear in it, looks like. Yeah, that thing's full of lures, that whole thing. More old Hot Wheels and stuff. Some hats. Crystal. Another nice wooden box. This is like a jewelry cabinet or something. Old milk bottle. Cream bottle, I mean. And clothespins. More metal toys. These are plastic toys. Bunch of softballs. The play wooden rifle there. Yardstick. The old catcher's mitt. Little tiny Tonkas. Some braces. Vintage thermoses. Univac. Very nice. Like a grade school pencil sharpener there. Nice art brushes, nice and long. Got the old McDonald's glasses, Smurfs and the Snoopy, Charlie Brown stuff. Some macaws, or parrots, whatever you want to call them. Now these are lids to those glass dishes that I told you about. These break where something breaks, so kind of handy if you need a lid. I don't think we're missing any lids. Look at this glassware. My oldest daughter Becky loves glassware. She would love it here in Nebraska. Little sewing machine parts. Wooden crate. Glass jugs. Those are cool. Smoked glass. Cake testers. Those are cool. Instead of using a toothpick, those are reusable. Lots of utensils. Nutcracker. Dig that can opener right there. That's crazy. Knives. More yardsticks. Tractor seats, not the real expensive one. This is a punched out seat here. Bottle capper. Oh, brass bowl. Conch shell. It's like a jello mold. Oil lamps. This is actually a gas lamp here. That's a really old school pump up like the old lanterns did. You'd probably put one of those little filament things in there maybe, or maybe it uses the metal one inside. Soda, like Sunday dishes. Another mess kit. 2 of them. One still in the box. This is some type of mixer. I can't tell you what, but it's got the hook in there. But that's definitely old school there. food grinders, the embroidered dishcloth, metal handled knives, and a microscope. Some kitchen coasters, trivets, probably for syrup or something. Ooh, look at that. Speed out, easy out screw extractors. It's a complete set. Bottle openers. More tapes. Huh. Rain gauge. That's a cast iron griddle there. That could be refurbished pretty easily. Ooh, I doubt if that's a cannonball, but it very well could be. It's heavy enough. Ammo boxes, pulley, some of those weights that they use to check scales with. That's a tool for putting the little ribs back in screen doors, the little rubber ribs that hold the screen in. Pipe cutters. Look at all the spools. Love these old enamel bowls. Those are nice. There's a pipe vise. You put pipes in there and you tighten down a round pipe. Cool gas can. Piece of railroad iron somebody made a little anvil out of. We made one of those. Cassette tape box. Everybody had one of these riding around in their car, or 3 or 4. Back when cassette tapes, for your CDs and all that stuff. 8-tracks were even bigger than that. Crazy big boxes full of 8-tracks. Plastic toys, like Fisher-Price stuff. Look at the teapot collection here. Pretty ornate teapots. Fire King. Nice. I like those. These are the best ice cream scoopers ever. They're aluminum. They transfer heat really well, so your ice cream pops right out of those. The original adjusting spoons. More glasses and glassware. Corningware. Nice Corningware casserole. More crystal. Kaleidoscope. You can look through these things and you turn it and that pattern changes in there. Everybody had one of these as a kid. Always trying to put a square peg in a round hole. Here's the an old draw knife missing the handles. See what these books are in here, these vintage books. This envelope contains important information, like maintenance guides for appliances. Wooden box, duck decoys, one of them old left-handed circular saws. Never liked those because you couldn't see the blade. It's always on the right-hand side. Look at this set of calipers. That's nice, or compasses actually, not calipers. Got some furniture. This is a nice long bench. Some sewing machine tables. Lots of people like to take these and use that metal thing for the bottom of a new table. They'll use those cast iron bottoms for like end tables. Some saws and some jack stands or screw stands. Kelly loves these old cabinets like this. The old metal cabinets. These are still full of stuff. How heavy is this thing? Steamer chest or trunk. This is like one of those ottomans that open up and you keep stuff in. Another trunk. It's like some old military coats. Those are super warm. They knew how to make them back in the day. Wooden box for something. Look at this desk. I'm going to have to show Kelly this desk. This might be what she's looking for. Some metal garage shelving. The concrete planter, and then this is like a side table with a light for reading. Put next to your easy chair. These are heaters. I think these are like towel racks to keep towels warm in your bathroom. So you'd have a warm towel when you get out of the bath. Nice table. A couple nice tables. Got the wheels on it. Both of them do. Little rocker. Drop leaf table, probably got a cupboard on the other side. Little desk chair. Chair made out of 2x4s. Almost looks like an old electric chair. Couple bikes. Girls and boys. The girls' bike had the drop tube so you could step through wearing a dress or whatever. Kids rocker. Old garbage can full of yarn. The crocheter's dream right there. Yep, this little table's got drawers on this side. Got the Queen Anne legs with the little shelf underneath. Pinball machine, kind of low budget one. Chest of drawers. Little like serving cart. Couple decent mirrors. These are older, but they're not crazy old. They're still made with veneer and always chips away. Metal file box, probably does not have the key. Desk chairs. The little game board that used to go on top of the kitchen table. Some more soda and other types of crates there. Like horse supplies, bits and brushes. Old metal step stool with some folding chairs. That's just, it looks like a dresser there. Some more little tools, bottle openers, little hammers, trunk, garden stuff, wooden folding chairs. Basketball hoop. There's some vintage windows, fishing poles, garden tool, little shelf or shed there. AirPod. It's one of those hand trucks that's convertible, works like a regular hand truck or a cart, however you need to use it. Garden tools, those will go fairly cheap if you want to get garden tools. It's a good place to get them. More garbage cans. Nice old scale. Bushel basket with the lid. They don't come with the lids very often. A plastic wheelbarrow and rocking chairs. Another yard cart with some garden bugs. Some camp stoves, metal Coleman camp stoves. There's an ash bucket and one of the good gas cans. Office chair, another girl's bike. Vacuum cleaner and some parts. Cleaners, 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 and more cleaners. Mops and more cleaners. John Deere boxes over there got something in them. We'll check those out when we go around. Sprinklers. Just old parts, looks like. Another AirPod and a couple food grinders. Here's some more of them John Deere boxes. Pretty lightweight, whatever they are. Ooh, nice. Manual battery charger. I want one of those, so we'd probably have to stay pretty late to get it though. Juicer. Plastic drum with lid. Another trunk. Some extension cords. Very vintage chainsaws. Those things that tear you up. They're not rubber mounted like the ones nowadays. You feel every vibration of those. Look at the old Ford Step. Need one of these in our back door to clean shoes with. Air conditioner. Some hubcaps. Ford. Ooh, International. That might go for a pretty penny if somebody knows what they're looking for there. Pontiac. Hope I'm around when that sells. Nice bunch of old rope. More softballs. Yeah, I definitely want that, but again, we'd probably have to stay here till the afternoon to get it. Another whole tub of yarn and thread. Coffee cups. Nice little magazine stand or whatever that is. Lots and lots of fabric. Man, if you were a quilter, you would be in hog heaven here. Crazy amounts of fabric somebody saved. Look at all that. Stuffed animals. Ooh, these are fantastic for the garden. These old colanders. Got a block and tackle set in it too. Puzzles. More fabric. Football helmet. Gun rack. Nice old steel hand wheel. Croquet set. Books. Old bicycle banana seat. Mobile drum there. More puzzles. Lots of books on trains. Another file box, probably without the key. These lifetime tables are very handy and nice to have, but we got plenty of those. Shelves, little baby rocker there. Crib. Came back around to look at this old hand wheel. I love that. Would love to have that for a project. And then remember these gun racks that used to go in the back window of your pickup? We had one. I had one in high school with a gun in it, parked at school, if you can believe that. Christmas ornaments. This is some kind of apparatus for something. Couldn't tell you what. But lots of Christmas stuff. These are some nice wooden boards. I bet you these were used for quilting. And it probably goes with those. Probably for quilting. Board games of old. More Christmas ornaments. My mom had some like this with the little inside on them. I remember those vintage ornaments like that. And these, they made some cool ornaments back in the day. Sheet music. Extension cords, always good. Fans. Like table runners. Lots and lots of birdhouses. Coleman cooler, those are nice. Look at this Art Deco looking thing here. That's pretty crazy. It's like a Makita table saw, has been used quite a bit. Pictures, hoses, more wooden boxes. It's an old telephone case with missing all the parts. Cardboard, beer signage, more birdhouses and clocks, floaties. These are all pool floaties or inflatable, probably inflatable advertisement for bars. Not pool floaties. Look at this old decanter shaped like a palm. Like, whoa, you've had enough to drink. The kitchen table with it's expandable. Some lamps. Look at the stereo set. We all had these modular stereos back in the day that you could stack different components depending on what you bought. You had the main receiver, and then you could buy the cassette player and the CD player and all that, the DVD player. It's a complete home entertainment system. Lots of empty tubs. People, they pretty much bring everything here in these, and then people buy these to take stuff home with. This one's full of material again, but most of them are empty. So we're going to go over and get our number, maybe get a cup of coffee, and get ready to kick this thing off. Lucky number 67 today. The ladder, 6-foot ladder, and a rocker. A walker. That's a cool old desk with the shelves on the side instead of the drawers. Little like shadow box to put all your cool trinkets in. Plastic top though. That could be fixed. The desk, I think we had one of these back in the day for our computer. Lawn chairs, some type of shelving unit. The TV, file cabinets, little magazine stands for next to your easy chair. Lamp, corner lamp. Canadian apple crate. Ironing board. Snow sled. I didn't see this earlier. It's a butter mold. You pack your butter in there and then push that down. It puts a nice little decorative display on top of your butter there.
Get in at 5 there, now 10 to the bell, 9 10 to the bell, 10 to the bell, 9 who gets 7 on the bell, 10 to the bell, 10 to the bell, 10 to the bell, 10 to the down, 10 to the down, 10 to the line, 10 to the bell, 10 to the down, 10 to the bell, so about $10, 109. This is lot number 7. Sold at $30. You want them all? Right over here. Sold $5 choice, young lady. Take as many as you want. Who gets 7 half of the bundle, 5 some of the bundle, 7 5 some of the bundle, 7 5 7.5. Sold at $5, 108. $5, 108. We've got the old John Deere cast iron planter. The old lead right there, the old John Deere. Now guys, all them planter plates, them old cast iron ones and steel ones, they're going to go right along with it. They're going to go right along with it. Okay, we're out there. Somebody give me $50. 45, you're getting all the plates with it. 45, give me 45, 45, give me 45, 45. Sold $40 on 85. $40 on 85, 55, give me 55, 55. Sold $50 on 90. Sold $15 on 108. Wants a scale weight. Go choicing at 20. Sold $15 on 85. 80. Sold $40 right down the line on 5. Sold it $30 on 120. I got 75 right there. Got to be 85. Send the money away to someone. Send the money away to the bell. Send the money away to someone. 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 Sold $75. 90 is a buyer. If I'm 100. $100. Sold it 95 on 90. 95 on 90. 150 down, 75, 150 down, 75, 150 down, 75, 175, 150 down, 75, 175, 175, and I have Sold $150. Going up there to the mayor of Ansley, Nebraska on buyer number 87. I saw you trying to put a good thing to put a good high. Now 75, 375, 350, no 70. You're both out. 375, 350, no 75, 350, no 75. 350, no 75, 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 9. Hit. Sold out for $350. 146. Sold 22 and a half. You want them both?
That's a good price for that bank.
Number again, sir. I didn't see it. You're too fast for me.
Boy, folks, I don't think there's a lot of collectors here today because I got to pull the truck around to the side door to load stuff. I literally got a pickup full I'm taking home. That's crazy. I didn't think I was going to be able to touch anything down here today, but I touched a lot of stuff. So we're going to get this loaded and we're going to head home lickety-split because I had to stay till the very end of this auction to get the last thing that I wanted, which was a smoking deal. I cannot wait to show you that. So let's get loaded and get home. I squeezed so much stuff in the back of the truck that I didn't even have to tie anything down. That's scary. Boy, it's just hard to believe that there was deals to be had there today. I was super surprised. There was stuff going super dirt cheap, down to even $1, lots of stuff. And we've got some smoking deals. We really did today. Can't wait to show you. All right, well, it's the next day. We had some stuff come up we had to go take care of when I got home. So let's go through our auction items. We got both of these metal cabinets. Kelly really loves these metal cabinets. I probably told you in the video. And these things don't have any rust or anything like that. It's got a little paint or something spilled in there. We'll see if that comes out. But real nice, sturdy with Formica tops. She's going to use these in the garage for something. Now we've got this porcelain wash tub. And it's got a bunch of the porcelain plates in here. Probably use those for underneath pot or plants or whatever. 2 food grinders. Those all came together. Had some 12-volt lights that were in one of those metal cabinets. These are like brand new 12-volt lights, 2 ambers and a red. We can use these on a trailer update we're doing here pretty soon. Got 2,000 feet of 18-gauge wire. You know how we're constantly rewiring and working on trailers and stuff. Got this super cheap for like, maybe it was $10 for 2,000 feet of wire. That was just insane. And then this milk crate's got 3 full tubes of John Deere all-purpose grease. It's got a 3/8 drill. Some other little items in here. Water deal, paint gun, and some other type of drill gizmos. Have yet to figure out what these are, but we will. And then we've got a really nice roll-around cart, very sturdy, all welded together. It's not one of those rickety carts. This looks like a Stanley cart, Stanley Colors. But I figured Kelly could maybe use that in the basement for rolling stuff around in the basement when she's working down there. And then got this platform scale. The Fairbanks Morse, I believe. Wasn't in the market for it, but it was literally going for $5. They were about ready to call sold on it. So I put the hand up and I got it for $10, which was the next bid. Whoever was bidding $5 obviously didn't want it that bad. Now these scales weigh up to 1,000 pounds. They're very accurate. My dad had one back in the day. My uncle rebuilt for him. So we're going to recondition this scale, take care of all the wood on here, paint up the metal. And it came with the weights for weighing. We're only missing like 1 of them or 2 of them, I think, which we can find probably on eBay. But these scales are fantastic to have to weigh stuff. And then we'll go over here and tell you what we got over here. So got this cast iron double burner griddle. It's all cast iron. We're going to recondition this thing and flip it because I don't need it, but it was like $2. Could not pass that up. I can probably sell this for $20 to $30, I'm sure. Got this cast iron hand wheel, probably 18 inches in diameter with a square center on it. It's also got a spot for a handle, probably off an old Watergate or something like that. But we're going to incorporate that into a shop project that we have soon. We're going to be making a sorghum press, so we might incorporate this into it so we could run it either with a motor or we can hand run it with the hand wheel. So you probably remember this from the video. It's not a cannonball. It's actually a 12-pound shot put for like high school size. I believe it's 12 pounds, or maybe that's the college size. Maybe high school's 10. I know the girls in high school were 8 pounds. But it sold with, I believe they put this up there with this cast iron griddle for some reason. They paired them together. So wasn't in the market for it, but I got it. We'll probably find a use for this thing, you know, as some kind of weight or something. You never know. So if you remember in this big garbage tote, that's a nice garbage tote, still has the wheels, the lid snaps down on it. It'd be nice to use somewhere. Has a Alice Chalmers head gasket in there for a WD, I believe. And it had hubcaps. So it had this Pontiac, GMC, Chevy, and Ford kind of beat up, but that was the one we were wanting. That's like $100 to $150 hubcap for international pickup. And what are we going to do with a international pickup hubcap? Well, I think you know what we're going to do with that. Now this tub had some miscellaneous items in it. Got some grinding wheels. Now when I purchased this cart, there was stuff sitting on that cart. I don't know if you saw that in the video. There was this brand new 1,000 horsepower electric motor. And then there was this roller pump, also brand new. So I thought I was just bidding on the cart. And I thought they were going to pull these off once I bought the cart. And then they said, sold, cart and contents. So I got the cart and everything that was on it. So that was crazy. And then also in this tote were some old Pepsi bottles, a Coke bottle, Goody soda, never heard of them. Had a soldering gun, a little remote tachometer that you can use for a vehicle that doesn't have a tach, so you can see what your RPMs are. Oh, got this little hub cover too. Don't know what that's for. A deeper dive into this bucket, we have one of the old bracing bits. We'll have to see if we already have that size. We've got some nipples for hoses, 3/4 inch pipe thread. Got elbows and a straight. Never seen a gauge like this before. The needle's clear over here. And it's not broke. That's where it's actually mounted over there. So never seen one of these in use before. Got a couple power tool handles. Got a nice little leather punch or like a gasket punch, something like that. And then got some old solid core wire. So if we're doing an older project that needs like period authentic wire, we can use that. And then got a roll of copper wire here too. Now sitting on the scale was this bushel basket, complete with the lid. So they sold this with the scale. Now in the big bucket that had this big wheel was another bucket here, a small bucket, had a bunch of stuff in it. Had all these C-clamps that we'll throw in the shop. And it had this Easy Punch embroidery set. It's got an embroidery kind of handheld machine that stitches for you for embroidery. You put the thread up here on this little deal. Comes with all the thread and everything, power cord. Don't know how it works, never even heard of this kind of thing, but comes with the instructions and everything. So might give it to my granddaughter or something for her to toy with. This little thing here too came in that bucket. It's a Tupperware. I don't know if it's either toothpick or match holder. Kind of neat. They were putting some weird lots together. They put this skillet, which I would have sold by itself, along with this pile of old wrenches, like machinery wrenches and stuff. Some of them are brand name for different types. This is a Deering, like old McCormick Deering wrench for different implements. So we'll probably clean all those up. Here's a calf nose deal that you can put in the calf's nose and then tie it so it's not going to get away from you. All kinds of little gadget and gizmos, couple little adjustable hole cutters. But this is the Wagner cast iron skillet. We're going to clean that up. Old adjustable wrench. We can make a new wood handle, clean that up, oil it up. Pretty cool. Somebody's been beating on it with a hammer over here, but we can take those mushroomed areas off of there and bring that back to life if we wanted. Cool old piece. This was another weird lot. Had some Daisy BB guns. I think there's one of them that doesn't work. The other two work. So between all these three, I can use the parts to make a really nice BB gun for Ramona. She's almost ready for that. Even came with a whole full thing of BBs. And then little hanging scale, little cap gun, some pocket knives, a harmonica. That's a marine band by Honer. Little drawer pull. This is a 4-stock off of some kind of gun. We might even be able to put it on one of those BB guns for a handhold. And then got some baby spoons. Even got a Tony the Tiger cereal spoon. That's got to be collectible. We will definitely research that. Got an old pulley. Now, if you remember this box, it had that big garden colander in it. Our friend Sam wanted that. She paid $25 for it, and it came with this whole box. It had a gear drive for screwdriver gear drive. You can hook that to a drill, and it turns the screwdriver really slow, or you can do it by hand too, by holding that. But never seen one of those before. Gear drive for a screwdriver. It's got a little hunk of chain with a nice hook on it. Some small chain, looks like old calf puller chain probably. And then this block and tackle set with the rope brake on it. That's a rope brake right there. Hold your rope, and when you want to stop, it'll locks your rope in. But cool stuff in that box. Always wanted to try one of these old liquid fuel torches. You never know when power's going to go out or whatever, and then you need something to heat something up. We'll have something that we can use. So we're going to give that a try, see how that works. I've never used one. Now I was bidding on these because I saw they had some old butcher knives and stuff in here, so figured we could clean these up, sharpen them up, and put them out in the meat processing area. We'll have some extra knives, but I only went to $5 on this, and the lady bought there was this and another box of old kitchen utensils. So she approached me after she bought it and said, "Hey, do you want all those knives?" Because all I wanted was the utensils, and I said, "Sure." Said, I'll give you what I bid up on it. So I gave her $5 for all these knives. There's 2 sharpening steels in here. So that was a sweet deal, I thought. Got a box fan for $1, which worked out good because my box fan out in the shop broke. It dropped. The plastic grating broke, got down in the fan, broke a couple fins in the fan. So it's no longer functioning, but got another one we can put out in the shop for moving some air around. Got this old military type backpack, rucksack, whatever you want to call it. It's got all the cool tie downs. You can put stuff under there, cinch it down. It's got all the hook and loop fasteners, and I forget what they call these, all these little deals, but probably 50 pockets on this darn thing. And there was something inside. It was like an old coin sack or something. So use that. It's got a little carry handle on the top so you can take it with you if you're just going on a little short trip somewhere. Got a coal bucket for when we get our fireplace put in the house. It's even got a Presto Duraflame log in it, whatever they call them, but that bucket works good for hauling ashes out of the house. So that's our haul for yesterday. Had a pretty good haul. There was bargains to be had at that sale, which, again, I was very surprised and pleased. So got some decent stuff. Hope you enjoyed the auction today or yesterday. And there's a few more coming up. It's getting to be that time of season. So until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. Love you guys. If you know what any of this stuff is that I couldn't figure out, let me know. So we'll see you again here soon on Markelly Farm.